Hey guys, this is Thomas over here at NurseMoneyTalk.com, and in this video what I want to do is I want to talk about what exactly do you do if you keep failing the NCLEX. I'm actually going to tell you a story that I heard in a video I was watching about somebody who I am sure has probably failed the NCLEX more times than you have and then still eventually passed. Before I get to that though, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, I want to go ahead and invite you to hit that subscribe button. On this channel, I talk about all things related to nursing student, and of course, nurse life. Let's go ahead and get started with what do you do if you can't pass the NCLEX? Do you just keep trying, or do you just give up and quit? What if you took the NCLEX once and then you failed? You're like, okay, well, I'll give it again. I'll try again. So you tried again and you failed the second time. What about the third? What about the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, the eighth, 10? I was watching a video about a lady who failed the NCLEX over 20 times. Yeah, you heard me say that right, 20. That's 20, 20 times. It wasn't until the 22nd time that she actually passed the NCLEX. Her journey actually took her through a couple decades before she finally did accomplish and get her dream and her goal of becoming a nurse. That's actually what I call persistence. But better yet though, what can we learn from her story? And so I'm going to tell you some of the things that I've learned from watching her story, and that I think might actually benefit some of you who are struggling after failing the NCLEX. And I think when you hear that number said, I hope that makes you feel like, okay, I can still do this. I only failed one time. I only failed 2 times or whatever. Because there's a long ways to go before you failed as many times as she did. And you know what? She still stuck with it and was successful. The first thing I think you need to kind of understand or really think about after realizing that you didn't pass is to take a step back and try to really think hard. Why did I fail? What was it that made me not be successful? And critically think about it. Was it a particular subject that you didn't quite get? Was it that you didn't get enough time to study as much you would have liked? Was it that you didn't study at all? And just really take a step back and really think about why. What was it that made me not successful? Because I think until you can grasp some reasons or some ideas as to why or as to what might have led you to not be as successful, it becomes a lot harder to progress forward. So the second thing I got out of her story was that, one, I think you need to get some kind of NCLEX prep course or review or something of that nature. But more importantly, I think you need to get one that kind of speaks to you, if that makes sense. Sure, you can get recommendations all day long. Like I said, I'll have actually on the screen the one that I actually recommend and whatnot. But truth be told, like, every teacher of a course has a particular teaching style, and not every teaching style is going to work for every student. I do think that there are such thing as good teachers, and that, and good courses and good materials, and that's going to work for a lot of people or most people, but it's not going to work for everybody. And so if you have actually tried a prep course, and so you've rolled with it for a bit and you're still not being successful, I think it becomes time that you try something different. So in the descriptions below, I have links to to some highly recommended NCLEX prep courses that I would encourage you to check out. I'll put that in descriptions below. Maybe try a tutor as well if you've never tried a tutor before, like NurseMoneyTalk.com/tutor. If you have tried a tutor and you've been unsuccessful a couple times, then you need to get a new tutor. And so I think one of the things from her story that I got was that she was constantly, like, she was trying something different. And then she eventually found an NCLEX prep course that actually did end up working for her. The last point that I think most people, or everybody, I feel, should be able to get out of her story is that failure does not define who you are. Failure does not define you. Not passing an NCLEX does not define who you are. And the perseverance and to keep trying, keep putting in that work, keep putting in that effort, you'll eventually reach your dreams and reach your goals, because 20-something times, that's a lot of times to take the NCLEX. That's a lot of money spent on taking the NCLEX. But she kept trying. She eventually got there. What does that mean? I think that means that you can get there too.